black and white. Unfortunately, this piece would make a poor black and white piece because of the heavy pixelation here and no detail. So I'm not going to use this one only because of the high pixelation that occurs when I zoom in. So if you're looking for a good black and white piece, you're going to have to go and find one. Here I have a bird. Okay, if I zoom in on the bird, there's some noise, but you notice that there's a lot of detail. So I'm going to copy this image. So the best black and white pieces that I found have high degrees of detail. This is a very large piece. It's 2090 by 4368. Again, in Google, there's this magical thing, students, and it's called larger than. So when I go over here, I search for 12 megapixels on up. Just know it exists because a lot of times students pick that first level of Photoshop or picture to augment, and it's always pixelated. All right, I like this pick. For educational purposes only, we're going to turn this into a high contrast black-white, no grayscale. Okay, the first thing is I have to kind of look at the colors: blue, orange, green, and those are primarily the colors here. Maybe a little bit of red. I'll always duplicate it first before I do this. An image adjustment, black and white. So again, oranges, yellows, greens, I need to try to get this one toned down right here. That's what I'm aiming for. Oh, that was good. That toned down some of that stuff over there. Okay, good. Still looking for this channel right here. Oh, it's got some yellows. So it's probably got some oranges. Yep. What I'm trying to do here for a good black and white piece is alleviate all sources of gray. Trying to get gray out of there as best I can and leave only black and high degrees of white. Okay, that looks good. Let's hit OK. Now let's bring some of it back. Image, adjustment, levels. Okay, so I'm setting a new black point. This will make everything a lot richer as far as black is concerned. And I'm setting a new white point. There we go. Next, I need to take this picture and duplicate it. I click and drag it down, and then I can go Image, Adjustment, Invert. I'll go to Color Dodge. And then I'll go Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. This will start bringing back some of the actual detail. And I want to do it to the point where the background kind of comes into play, but I don't want a whole lot of detail in the background. I just want some of these lines that are a little bit fat, but not much. You bring too much of this back, and it starts looking scary in the next level. That looks pretty good. Let's do the next step, non-destructive. I do that by going into the yin-yang layer adjustments and go to threshold. Okay, threshold has an adjustment right here. And you can start bringing this back. Now, I'm not going to get it all perfect. There's no way. But this will get me halfway there. I'm going to put it right about here, and then I'm going to take and copy merge this. For some reason, it tones it down. So I'm going to take this and go edit, copy merge, edit, paste. Okay. As I said, I'm halfway there. I'm not fully happy with that, but that's okay. This one, I'm going to take and readjust it so the background's gone. And only the detail levels are there. I'm going to turn this one back on. So this is what it looks like with it off. This is what it looks like with it on. This one, I'm going to set a layer mask on it. Everything's visible right now. What I want to do is I think it would be faster. No, it would be faster to paint. I'm going to take black, and I'm going to take this and paint in this area. So I got to paint on this. And I'm taking this big old brush, and I use a big old brush because that way I'm not focused on detail. And I'm trimming these lines back just a little bit. Now this will start to lag a little bit, so every once in a while give your computer a break and let up off the brush. Be zoomed out. Do not zoom in to do this. It will fail. The students focus way too much on detail, and it ruins the shot. See, like that, I see that doesn't look good, so zoom out, recapture it. Okay, by doing what I just did, I did add some gray to this piece, probably. I'm going to just kind of zoom around, see the little gray bits every once in a while. Remember, this is black and white. I'm kind of looking at it like, well, I need these elements gone. Here, I will zoom in every once in a while to capture some of this and kind of get some more detail in the outline. But I'm only taking out the gray. You can also put things back into the elements. Like I'll use a pencil because this has no actually gray in it, and I'll put it on a new layer and paint black. Okay, so there's no grays in here. And I can put some of this just a little bit into it, just to separate out the forms from the background. If there's an area that I want to put back, I could do that. And sometimes things need to be gone that were there. Or you need to zoom out so you don't put too much detail into it. There we go. To alleviate all the gray, I do one more threshold. So here, threshold. And I have to do the copy merge thing again because you got to go edit, copy merge, edit, paste. There we go. So there's my black and white image with all the detail. None of the color. Of course, just like before, I'll always state this. It always looks cool if you play around. So always think about, I have black and white and I have color, and it's very close to each other. What happens if I take this piece, duplicate it, put it on top, and turn it to soft light? Okay, you're going to get these illustration pieces that really stand out. That's what. And you can play around with, different effects, overlay, multiply. Again, all these good graphic design pieces that start popping out because you're playing around with the idea that there is no rules. All right, hope you enjoyed. That's Black and White and what you can do with it.